today we have something very, very special to everybody. I'm going to tell what that is in a moment. But before that, as we follow our tradition of welcoming all our participants with a very, very fantastic vibrational, wish to each other, because this is a very sacred space, a sacred learning space for all of us, because this is the virtual space which the company has created for us, the Morning Club Meet, where all the enlightened minds of IndusViva come together to form the mastermind. And that's the reason we have the people who come and speak here. In the poster, they name it as mastermind. So it's not just the speakers, it's including the people, those who are a part of this. So welcome to each and every one of you, as our tradition goes. So if you just need to remind your team members, because I know it is a Monday, and on a Monday, it is sometimes a mundane Monday for people. So sometimes we need to wake them up in the morning and tell them, come on, let's begin the day. So if all of you have to remind your teams, your WhatsApp groups, please send them a screenshot of you already being online. Let's also remind our associates, those who are not yet here. Sometimes it's maybe you are applying also. So anybody who is missing this morning club, so let's welcome all of them to be a part of this. And yes, today's session is going to be something very, very special, which I had actually planned for a long time. But then I think today is the day, and this is the moment, and this is the day. So many a times I get to, see a lot of text coming in the chat box in the Morning Club Meet. And many a times there are a lot of questions which people throw at me. And being focused on my subject, I'm not able to take your questions. And we also meet in events like town hall, or it may be a mega convention or an RTP or whatever, where I am not able to spend the time to clarify the questions what people have. So I really believe that opening up the mind happens by listening first, and also by clarifying the doubts and the queries and the questions what comes up. And since Morning Club is a forum where we have all the leadership of IndusViva, so I felt having a session where I can address the questions of people will be a very, very special experience. So let's begin with the step one, that is, we will wish each other a fantastic good morning. We are almost touching 300 people and many more to come. So when the admin is unmuting you, all of you can wish with a vibrant voice, good morning, IndusViva.
Good morning.
Good morning, IndusViva.
Prem sir.
Morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Prem, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, IndusViva.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, very good morning, sir. Good morning, IndusViva.
Good morning, very, very good morning. Good morning, IndusViva.
Morning, IndusViva. Morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning.
Good
Prem sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Prem Kumar, sir. Good morning, Viva.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Very, very good morning.
Thank you, admin.
Good morning, IndusViva.
Good morning, sir.
All right. So that was a vibrant morning from 300 plus lovely entrepreneurs. We have a house full of entrepreneurs, those who are very, very eager to learn. We have our beautiful host, Sonia ma'am here. Sonia ma'am, I would ask your help today to pick the right questions and put it across so that we can address, at least I would say, few number of questions, 5 to 10 questions today. So we have about 30 minutes time. So the time starts now. So whatever questions you have, it can be in any language, whichever your mother tongue, you can ask the question. I will be replying to you, your queries in English. You can send the message in the chat box to me, or you can send it to, you can post it in everyone, or you can send it to our host of the day, Sonia ma'am, our lovely host for this day. She's also here. Yes. So your questions can start now. So last series, we had the top mistakes what direct sellers commit. That was our actual subject. And if you have any queries with regard to those subject also, you can start asking the questions. Otherwise, you can ask any question related to your IndusViva journey. Whatever queries comes up to your mind, it's a time for you to clear that here. So let's begin. So start typing in your questions. I know it is all a little bit difficult for you to type. So if you have the laptop, you're joining from laptop, you can start typing the questions here so that we will take one by one. So Sonia ma'am, if you've got any questions, you can directly unmute and read out the question, or you can just announce that question so that everybody gets the clarification. And the best part of being a part of the FAQ, today's session is FAQ, is that it answers many of our unanswered questions on, and also it gives a clarity. So somebody else's question, it turns out to be an answer for our question also. So it's always good to be a part of a FAQ where you listen to two people talking. You listen somebody asking the question and me answering them. It also enlightens you. So it's also great if you don't have a question, still to be a part of this session, it gives you more clarity in your IndusViva journey. Okay, Sonia ma'am, any question which has come to you?
So not yet, but whenever it will come, I'll definitely share.
Sure, thank you so much. Yes. So I think our host has allowed everybody to type the message. So you are free to ask the questions, whatever you have. Yes. Okay. So can we begin the question? Anybody has a question, you can also raise your hand. We will unmute you if possible. So
one question is there. It is by SP Srinivas ji.
Okay.
The question is, delivery of the products are delayed, taking around 7 days. Can you give any solution?
Lovely question. The beginning of the session is with a fantastic question. I want to appreciate the person, whoever has asked this question. It's not just for you, sir. It's also for everybody, whoever has asked the question. So, delivery of the product is actually taking 7 days, sometimes 14 days. It may take even 30 days. I know some places where it takes 2 months. It has happened with me. How many of you agree with me? Yes, it delays. So, there is one thing what we have to do as Vivites. This is for everybody. The first solution for this delay is never, ever, remember this word very well, never, ever depend on the courier service. The rule number one, never, ever depend on the courier service, because IndusViva's products are 5-star. IndusViva company is a 5-star company. The right products, the right compensation plan, the right education system, the right cause, and the right, leadership. We have all the right things, but we do not have a country where we have the right logistics. I was talking to somebody, they said, India is almost 20 years behind when it comes to logistics compared to the United States and the developed countries. So in our country, the courier system is not yet there. We are in 2023, maybe our courier systems are still in 2013. We may be 10, 20 years behind. So rule number one, my dear lovely entrepreneurs, Vivites, never ever depend on a courier service to deliver your product to your customer and to your VBOs. The second one, so, sir, if I don't depend on the courier system, how will I deliver the product? That's the question, and that's the answer. We're going to get it. So, IndusViva has a beautiful system called as VOTM, which means Viva on the move. So, customer delight is a very important part of every business. Last Friday, the Mercedes-Benz Bangalore, the authorized service provider, the dealer, they sent the driver to my home to pick the car from my home for the regular service. So the driver came and he just noticed the car and he asked whatever complaints I have. I said, no complaint because it's a Mercedes. I just want to give it for a regular service. So he just checked the car and he took the car. And on Saturday evening, Friday he took the car. Saturday evening around 6:30, the car was sent back from the showroom, the service center, along with the bill. So I paid the bill online before the car arrived here. And when I received the car, I opened the door of the car. There was a beautiful, what do you call, sheet which is kept in the floor inside the car, and it was written, thank you for giving us an opportunity to serve you, Mercedes-Benz. So I was sitting, I was keeping my leg on the sheet. I was feeling uncomfortable to keep because Mercedes is a very nice logo. To keep the leg on the logo, it feels so difficult. Okay, somehow I sat because yesterday I drove my family outside. So when I look at that, I understood one thing. Even a brand like Mercedes, they want to give the customer delight. As Vivites, we should never depend on the courier system. The courier system, what we have in India, will literally screw up your business. It will blow up. It will actually spoil your reputation if you depend on the courier system. So never ever depend on the courier system. Depend on yourself. Depend on your leadership. So wherever there is a product delivery problem, it is not a logistic problem, it is a leadership problem. Everybody in IndusViva, those who complete, star 250 and star 500, they have the option of upgrading to a VOTM. There is a criteria. So when you reach that criteria, make sure it is not just building business. Mr. Gurbet Singh is here. He is my good friend from, North India. So Mr. Gurbet Singh, wherever he builds the teams, it is like the Hutch network. The Hutch network, those days, we remember the dog, the cute little dog. The boy is going into the field and the dog is following. So wherever your network goes, the VOTM must follow. If the VOTM is not following, you are going to not, explore the potentiality of that market. So make sure this, you go to a new market, you build a team, you create a star 250 or a 500. When the time comes for upgrading to a VOTM, make sure you load the products and make the VOTM functional. So the customer in that area can get the product on the spot. It's called as cash and carry system. You don't need to take the cash, but still you can take the payment, make the order, and you can deliver this product on the move. It's called VOTM. So as Vivites, all of you are star 500 and above. So you should have a car of your own, a car. If it can be a brand new car, it's very good. Otherwise, if you already have a second-hand car or a used car, no problem. To start off, it's okay. So you should have a car, a laptop, and in the car, there should be 1000 PV products always. Wherever you go, Viva on the move, the product should be delivered. They say cash and carry, love and marry, right? That was the style. So wherever you go, talk about the product, deliver the product. Wherever you go, you want somebody to take the product immediately on the spot, give it, move, Viva on the move. There is a little bit of a benefit. Many people are coming like, sir, VOTM benefits are not much, sir. I get only 1 product free, 2 products free. Arey Baba, you are not here to become a courier service wala. VOTM is an additional support you have to give to your team members in order to build the organization. So don't look at the small benefit what the company gives you to provide the products to your team members. That is fine. But you are giving the product in order to get the customer delight, in order to make your organization functional, autonomous. So don't worry about the VOTM benefit. The actual benefit of VOTM is long-term, not the short-term. You get 1 product free, 2 products free when you have, given the service to so X number of customers. Don't worry about that one. That is just a perk you are getting. But more than that, the actual benefit is your organization is going to grow. It's going to expand. That is the way. So the rule number 1, never depend on the courier system. India is way behind in courier. Second one, always, wherever your network goes, Let the dog of VOTM, like Hutch dog, let it follow and you establish your business with the VOTM. Without VOTM, it's not going to be a distribution network. It is going to collapse. With VOTM, you can cater better to your customers. I think, Sonia ma'am, I clarified that question very clearly.
Yes, sir, perfectly fine. And many questions regarding VOTM are coming again and again. Sir, the next question is, if VOTM is suitable for home state, but what about out of state?
Yeah, all across India, we have VBOs, those who are having VOTMs. So through them also the delivery is possible. Through them also it is possible. And most of the cities where there is a good connectivity, already from the last 9 years, IndusViva has a very good relationship with the courier service providers all across India. So maximum we are trying to fix it up. So this is a process. So if at all you can actually assign VOTM when your customer is placing the order, assign VOTM in that area. For example, you are from Mumbai, your product needs to be delivered in Chandigarh. So the moment you get the order in your virtual office, you can assign VOTM, which can help you to deliver the product faster through another VBO across India. So that is one team support which we can actually do by assigning VOTM, right? So there will be a session shortly coming from company side about VOTM and the benefits of VOTM and the enhancements in VOTM. I would ask all the leaders to just stay tuned. It will be coming up very shortly. We had a discussion in the VAC. So VOTM clarifications are coming up more in the coming days, right? Okay, there is a question here. I am working in government sector. Somebody's messaged me. I'm working in a government sector. How to approach to co-workers without problem in my job? Okay, so definitely if you're working in a government sector and you want to approach your colleagues without affecting your job, you can always do that provided you have a good relationship and a rapport with them. For example, you can approach anybody and everybody. There is a process of approaching people, what we call it as prospecting. So the list making, then we have the shortlisting, then we have the prospecting, and after that comes the invitation, right? So in the approach, there is a process of prospecting them, that is preparing them in order to listen to IndusViva. So whoever has asked this question, I think Mr. Anand Kumar. So Anand and all of you, when you're approaching somebody, as long as it is about you, there will always be a problem in the approach. But when it is about you and the person who is in front of you, the approach becomes more clearer, right? You would have seen in every movie when the hero is proposing to the girl, when the boy is proposing to the girl, if it is only one-sided love, it is always a problem. But when it is a two-sided, that means the girl also likes the boy and the boy also proposes, says, I love you. I would like to marry you. I want you to be my wife. I want you to be my life partner. There is a lot of romance. There is a lot of love. So when you approach somebody, let it not be about you. Let it also be about the person in front of you. That way, you can bring out the best part of the relationship. It may be in any deal in your life. So let it not be about you. Let it be about both of you, right? So that is one way of approaching Mr. Anand Kumar from Coimbatore. Yes, Sonia ma'am, do you have questions which you want to read out? She is here. Sonia ma'am? Okay, right. So if you have, okay, how to make my daily routine in IndusViva? That's another beautiful question which has come here. Let me answer that. I think that was from Mr. Pandurangan. Okay, how to make my daily routine in IndusViva? You need to understand one thing. It's a beautiful question. Dear friends, please pay close attention to this, because this gives up a lot more deeper understanding to our journey as entrepreneurs. Okay, how to make my daily routine in IndusViva? Okay, Make sure you have a proper schedule. So this question is all about our daily time management, I believe, right? So all of us are having 24 hours in a day. We all have 24 hours in a day, and we want to be the best in our journey, in our business, in our, Viva journey. So in order to become the best in our journey, the best entrepreneur, the best leader, what we need to understand is we need to have a right approach towards managing ourselves. So if you look at, okay, Sonia ma'am is back here, I think, as a co-host. So if you look at the way of becoming someone who is the best version of ourselves. So we have almost 400 plus people today, those who are here. How can we become the best version of ourselves? We can always become the best version of ourselves if we can manage ourselves in the best possible way. Let me give you one simple answer. So, business is all about management. Business is all about management. So if you talk about the corporate language, people from the corporate background, they understand. They have the finance management, they have the resource management, human resource management, they have the customer relationship management, they have the marketing and advertising, sales teams. So everything is managed. So management is a very big word in the world of business. Management, MANAGEMENT. So when you talk about management, in management, if you remove the T, the last word T, it becomes manage men. It means that people. Manage men means manage people. And in manage men, if you remove N in the last, it becomes manage me. Manage me. So which means that a huge potential management of your business, it begins with managing yourself. You have 24 hours in a day, and in these 24 hours, in the 24-hour time frame, how you manage yourself is how you manage everything. How you do what you want to do the way you do the smaller things is the way you do the big things. So how to make my daily routine in IndusViva? You need to allocate time for your business. You need to allocate time for your own self well-being, your own health. You need to allocate time for your family and for your personal things. So everything needs to be arranged within these 24 hours. So if I have to become efficient in my business, I need to make sure my time is scheduled. So for example, in management of oneself, what I believe and practice is scheduled time is productive time. Scheduled time is productive time, and sometimes unscheduled time is not so productive. So if at all you people want to be the best version of yourselves, learn to schedule your time and stick on to the schedule. Most of the time you will be able to stick on. 90% of the times, or 95% of the times, you will be able to stick on to the schedule what you have made. But sometimes you may not be able to manage the schedule, the time what you have scheduled. It may overlap, it may extend, or it may miss out. So no problem. 5% flaws will be there, errors will be there. But if you can manage your time by scheduling it, you will be able to do much, much better. Because when you schedule a time, for example, morning club meet, I'm going to attend from 6 a.m. to, let's say, 5:59 a.m. to 6:40 a.m. So you have scheduled yourselves. Okay, tomorrow morning, I'm going to meet Mr. Sridharan for a discussion at 10 a.m. So 10 to 11, if you have made a frame and you have fixed the time to discuss with Mr. Sridharan, what happens? In the frame of 10 to 11 a.m. in the morning, your mind is ready to focus on one particular task. So when you're scheduling the time, when your mind is focused on one particular person, one particular concept and the conversation and the context, you will be able to think deeper and come out with creative ways of bringing out the best thoughts and the ideas onto the table, and that will become much more fruitful in the coming days. So in order to make your daily routine, make sure that you have all the things clear in your mind. And one strong suggestion to you, Pandurangan sir, and all those who are listening to me, the best way to have your ideas and your thoughts and your plans is not to hold it in your mind. Never ever keep everything here. Put everything on a piece of paper. Let there be books always with you. Note down every data that you are holding in your mind in a piece of paper, in a book. Capture that idea, capture that planning, whatever prospect you are planning to talk to, write down that person's name. You are going to meet somebody, scheduled everything, write it down. So putting things on a piece of paper, putting your timetable, your planning, everything on a piece of paper is one way of making your daily routine. And in IndusViva, according to me, if you ask me, my good morning is with IndusViva. My good night also is with IndusViva, which means that if you're a passionate IndusViva business owner, if you're a passionate VBO, the first priority when you get up in the morning, the second priority, number 3, number 4, number 5, everything should be about IndusViva. Because my mentor, Advocate Abhilash Thomas, our respected CEO, says, Prem, if you want to be successful in Viva, you should not be in IndusViva. IndusViva has to be in you. So if IndusViva has to be in me, it means that when I wake up in the morning, the top 10 things in my mind for today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, everything should be Viva, 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 Viva. So somebody may be asking me a question. So Mr. Prem, if everything is about Viva, what about my other things in my life? Yes. The same question somebody asked me in 2014. Why are you so serious about IndusViva, Premji? So I said them, if I can get whatever I want from IndusViva, I want a lot of money, I want a lot of name, fame, respect, success, achievement, ghar, ghadi, sab kuch. I want everything. If I am able to get everything from IndusViva, or let's say from this business, if IndusViva can give me everything, there is nothing wrong in me giving everything to IndusViva. So my top 10 schedule is all about IndusViva, because I strongly believe this business is actually shaping my future in a much beautiful and a bright way. So that is the reason I always make sure in my schedule, in my priority, I have IndusViva. So that's how we can actually schedule the day in our IndusViva journey. Yes, many people are responding. Thank you very much, all the responses. And Sonia ma'am, are you back to the Zoom? I think you got disconnected probably.
Yes, sir, I'm back.
Yeah, so that was one question from Mr. Pandurangan, how to make the daily routine in IndusViva. So this is how we make our routine in IndusViva. And there is sometimes scheduled way of spending your time. Sometimes it may be go unscheduled, no problem. Make sure you stick on to one plan and go by that. That's how you can empower your own daily routines. Right? Okay. So, ma'am, you got any question? Because I have many. I just wanted to see, because it's already 6:30. I thought we can answer many questions today. Very few I could answer. Sir, in our Viva. Yes, ma'am. Tell me, ma'am.
So there was a question that whether government has declared the MLM companies.
Pardon?
Government has declared the list of MLM companies.
Okay. Okay. So that's the question.
That's the question.
Okay, so yes, government is actually earlier government had made a provisional list, and right now IndusViva company approached the respected High Court of Delhi and applied, or I would say we have put a petition in the Honorable High Court of Delhi asking them to tell to the government to make a list of legitimate companies, and we are very successful because the High Court already has given an order to the government authorities to make a provision of identifying the legal companies and making a list of the direct selling legal companies in India. And let me tell you, one good news about IndusViva is already the government of Kerala has made a study about, I would say, the High Court of Kerala has given an order in which it is clearly mentioned if there is a list of direct selling companies, legal direct selling companies made by the authority in India, IndusViva fits to be a legitimate company, which clearly says that we are already very, very lucky because we are having these High Court orders, not from one court. Right now, it is from 4 courts. The Delhi High Court order, in order to make the list of legitimate companies a mechanism to be established by the government, the High Court has urged. So that was one order. Then we have from the Telangana High Court, we have from the Andhra Pradesh High Court, then we have it from the Kerala High Court. So we are very, very lucky because we are the only company in India who is having these many number of High Court orders favoring us, and that is the strength of IndusViva. Okay, and somebody is asking one more question, Sonia ma'am. The question is, when new product is ready to deliver? Yes, the new product, that is our iDwell. I have the sample packet here. I just opened it recently. So the new iDwell product is expected anytime. Don't be in a hurry. When the company announces the availability of the product and the training for the product and the collaterals, what you call the brochures and videos, everything is going to be ready. That is when we should start talking about the new product very shortly. So till that time, please do not utter up anything about this product. Let everything get cooked well so that we can serve you very well. So that's my suggestion, right? And there was one more question here. That is, sir, our Viva, is it possible to become the top 1 network marketing company in India? Okay. What can be the answer for that? Yes, Viva can become the top company in India, let's say in the next 10 years, because the company's vision is, the Viva's Project 1K is all about that. The IndusViva management, the leadership, the VAC and all the top leaders of IndusViva, we are aiming to create, yani to elevate 1,000 people. You can see here 1K next behind me, 1K. So this 1K, it clearly means 1,000 people who earned an income of 1 crore. Right now, we have close to, let's say, less than 100 people. So by 2030, that is 2030, IndusViva company wants to achieve this landmark target of 1K diamonds. And when IndusViva is able to do that, in order to, create 1,000 diamonds, in the process, we will turn out to be the best company in India. So we will also become the biggest company in India when we achieve this target. So our company chairman and our respected CEO, our visionary management, they are not just behind becoming the biggest company in India. They want to become the best company for India. So our chairman didn't say that company should become a #1 company. He says that we should have more number of people, those who are benefited from this company, those who are achieving through this company the level of diamond, that is 1 crore income from IndusViva, aggregate total income. So then the company will automatically become the biggest company in India. So that's the answer for my lovely friend who asked this question. And yes, many more questions in the pipeline. So dear friends, today the time is already 6:35. Hope today's session gave you a little bit of a clarity in order to move faster forward, higher in your journey of IndusViva. So thank you so much for being such lovely, amazing participants.